So I watched a couple of videos. I think both of them were videos that I watched today. I made a comment, and they got hearts from the creator, and they showed up when I looked at how I knew that it happened was your comment got, and it it shows up as a black heart on the thing, a little bell thing when you pull it down on the comment. And so, whatever. And so I look it up. I look up on a Google search, and it's like, that can mean multiple things. And one is like dark humor, goth, whatever. And the other thing is like, oh, it can mean they're like disappointed in the comment, or they're like worried about it or something. And it's basically just like this. Basically, the point I'm trying to get across is like, I just am so confused about stuff today. Online culture and social media, or soch. That's just like, I don't care anymore. I don't care in the sense that I do care, but it's just like, why is this going so freaky weird? And TikTok. It took a while, but I think TikTok is imploding. I guess it took for TikTok to be bought up by Jews. Wanted to make it, you know, their own special kind of bullcrap, which, that's what it's all about. That's what everything's all about. It's what business in its essence is about. It's like the corporate capitalist is about. Man, I want to. Every time I hear someone be like, I'm trying to start my business, or people are like, start a small business, and that kind of phrase just makes me. It just makes me go, uh, just kind of like makes me be like, are you the most petty, tiniest minded person ever? I want to start a small business and do this and do that. what is the point of starting a business? How about you rise above and really think, just think for a minute. Instead of just, grinding, everybody in the room, stop for a minute. Just stop. You've had your breakfast, you've had your coffee, you've had your whatever. Now just there you are. See? You don't have to accomplish anything. Nothing else needs to happen. It's all pointless. Now, if that makes you uncomfortable, then that means that you are, unfortunately, an unenlightened, worthless individual. And you need to go back to the real school. If you're content, then you can join me in my apartment where, look at this, I have basically nothing. You know, here we are. We're just sitting around. Right now, at this moment, I'm waiting for my pizza to be done so I can eat. And then, I don't know. I'm going to figuratively masturbate. Just watch some stuff. Because I don't feel like I have to do anything for anyone. That is ultimate purity. So, there you are. I think this thing is finally starting to heal because it's starting to itch a little bit. So I have to remember to not scratch on it. Because, if I do, it's not going to progress to the, next stage of healing, which is where it will not itch. Yes, and I went to the dentist today and I learned I'm boned. That's the short telling of the story. Basically, I'm screwed. So if you want me to be not screwed, you're going to have to vote for, a very, very, very radical leftist Democrat or an independent that says, we got to kill all the Republicans. Like, we got to kill them, throw them in the meat grinder, and go for a type of government that says, yeah, we got to really, really grind up all the billionaires and spread around the money. We got to make socialism look like, wow, that was capitalism. Like, we got to have super duper socialism. Otherwise, I am really screwed. Never getting any kind of anything. So, here we are. And tax rich people, tax them. Us poor people, we be fucked. And kneecap the rich, boobs. Boobs, people. Lots of boobs. Even for people who have boobs, you need more boobs.